Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Awaken the World Quick Talk, Finding Peace in Turbulent Times. You're here live on the Awaken the World YouTube channel. It is 4:45 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You find peace not by rearranging the circumstances of your life, but by realizing who you are at the deepest level. Eckhart Tolle. Hello, hello, hello. Well, I see my arch nemesis, myself, is here. And Kelly is here as well. And Kim. Hello, Kim. Nice to see you. And Cindy. Hello, Cindy. Good to see you, too. Oh, that's really... Is that a... Okay, I gotta admit, my eyes aren't good enough to see that. It looks like a little dragon head. So, okay, that's what I thought, Dragonhead. I thought Dragonhead. So, we're going to have a little talk about peace. And, of course, you know, when we're talking about peace, if we're trying to control our outer environment all the time, we're always going to be at risk because we simply can't do it. Not long term. It may appear to be the case. It doesn't matter how much money you have, it is impossible to control your entire environment. It truly is. That control can only be maintained for a very short period of time, and the results are usually disastrous. So how do we find this peace? Cindy says she became addicted. Became addicted to dragon heads? And if so, I want to see a real picture. So this whole thing about finding peace, you know, and there's all these techniques that people talk about for finding peace. But in reality, there is no better technique than understanding who you really are. And that simply put, is an aspect of the divine. Game of Thrones, that's right. Oh yeah, you see, okay, so Kelly and I are what you would call media inept. I mean, we do have Netflix, and we maybe watch 15 minutes a day on average. So we're not very big on what's up there. We use our time. We don't even own a TV set. So this whole thing about finding peace, we have to respect where we're at first and foremost, and this is where some techniques do come into play. Now, always first and foremost, meditation, meditation, meditation. Meditation is the greatest pathway to peace, and the reason being is that, quite simply, meditation creates a space between what you perceive as happening outside yourself and your normal unconscious reactions to it. Meditation allows that extra step before you go ahead and fall in that same old hole, walk down that same old street. We've all heard that analogy, right? So finding peace, meditation helps. It really does. Creating a holy place for yourself within your environment that you can go to, that you can imbue with positive, peaceful energy. These will help. Surrendering to how life is right now in the present moment. This is one of the biggest ones. And of course, that means dropping our opinions and perceptions on what's going on. You know, we had great success with people when we talked about dropping the word problems and using the word puzzles. Puzzles is a very peaceful word. When we run into something in our existence and are able to look at it as a puzzle, we can bring an element of peace to it. You know, we're typically not in a very agitated state when we're doing a puzzle unless we realize that there's 997 pieces out of the 1,000 piece puzzle. And then we may become agitated. So, you know, aside from these techniques, and surrender, again, is one of the most powerful ones, letting the flow of life take you where it will. What does it really mean to be an aspect of the divine, though? And this is the problem. You know, human beings, we got so tied up in the idea that we're all that and a bag of peanuts. You know, and in fact, we are just a manifestation of the divine. Everything that we think we are is that divine sea of consciousness in ecstatic motion, learning about itself, learning through itself. We truly have nothing to worry about on our journey. And as a matter of fact, as we've talked about before, we only provide the commentary. That's truly what we do at an egoic level, is we provide the commentary on our existence. So, realizing the truth of who you are, well, it's really a case of letting it sink in really, really deep. And the only way to do that is to continually reaffirm with yourself, to take the lessons to heart, and to start practicing the lessons in your everyday life. Now, we make choices every day, and a lot of times those choices are based out of unconsciousness. We have a narrow vision, or someone's pushed a hot button with us, and we quickly drop over that cliff edge into an unconscious state. This is perfectly okay when it happens. It really is. Rather than getting upset with yourself, use it as an opportunity to consciously bring yourself back to a place of peace. The breath, again, is very effective in restoring our energetic body state to one of peace, which will have an immediate calming effect upon our minds as well. Realizing the depth of who you are and the truth of your existence here is a journey. It's not a destination. You see, that sea of consciousness is still evolving and will be evolving for eternity. We are part of that. Accepting your place in this universe as one of working literally hand in hand with the divine in an eternal dance that never started and will never end. There is nothing that can ever be lost in what you are, and nothing ever to worry about. Even when we see around us those things that we would oftentimes judge as not being of benefit, we will go past this. We will one day unite as one people and one planet, one humanity, in recognition of the oneness of us all. Namaste to you. May the peace that pass all understanding come upon you and be within you. May you feel it as a vibration of love and joy welling up from deep within. Namaste to you. Thank you for being here today. Much love from Kelly and myself, and we look forward to a great meditation tomorrow morning on the Help Awaken YouTube channel.